What is up, YouTube? I'm back with another video today, and guys, I want to share with you who we got autographs from at Richmond here in the fall. It was an awesome time, guys. We had a blast. Things are getting back to normal. I would say it was way better for us here in the fall than it was in the spring. My gosh. Back in the spring, we never got to see a driver, and the only autograph I came away with from Richmond was that Michael McDowell hero card I got from the truck hauler driver. But here in the fall, it was way better, guys. I will start off. I don't know if I missed showing this in my haul video of the merch that we got, but this is the Hall of Fame car of Bobby Allison. I don't know if you guys can make it out, but he's on the hood. And I just noticed here looking at this car before I started the video, but I don't know how good the camera's going to pick that up. But these cars are really shiny. They're really sparkly. They look really nice. They did a good job with these. And I don't know if you guys know, and I did not know it at the time either until I seen these at a vendor. I did not know they put these Hall of Fame cars out, and each driver that's in the Hall of Fame class, he gets one with his likeness on the hood. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. I might not have enough light, but there you go. You can see Bobby Allison there on the hood. I thought that was pretty awesome. Good idea for Action to do those. So, I mean, that is pretty cool. And it even has Sam Bass thing there on the package, but that is awesome. I'll probably be sending that to Bobby Allison soon. And guys, you can see what I paid for that car, $3. I'll take that any day. I'm going to start off with back in the spring, we had went out to the looked at the transporters, the haulers that gets cars where they need to go, and took some pictures. I mean, there wasn't really a whole lot we could do back in the spring on account of, you guys know. So I got some pictures of the haulers, and I was thinking, well, if things aren't any better in the fall, maybe I can take some of these pictures back and get the truck drivers to sign. I mean, they probably don't get much, fanfare out there. And, without those truck drivers, how's the car going to get to the track? The drivers aren't going to have anything to drive. And we did have some luck. Got some good ones here. Let's see here. We got Kevin Harvick's driver. See if I can get that in there. Got his driver. We got Eric Almirola's driver there. And of course, I had to get Michael McDowell's number 34. And I think I got another one here of Kevin Harvick's. Yes, I do believe. You can see that. And also got Christopher Bell's driver. That's awesome. And one more. Austin Dillon's driver. There. So that was pretty cool. And they were glad to see us, and they were more than happy to sign. So that was cool, and hopefully I could get maybe some of these signed maybe next spring, or maybe even at Martinsville. I'm not sure. But we'll try to get some more of those. Let's see what I want to show next. One driver, we seen at a display they had for, you could get tested for Hep C. And they would send your results or call you. I can't remember. I didn't get tested, but my girlfriend got tested, and my friend's girlfriend got tested. And they had driver Will Rogers there at the display. And we talked to him for a little while. We got these two. Let's see if we can get it in the... There's a little glare there going. You can see he signed in a... It looks kind of like a copper paint pen there. We got two of those signed. And he was from Hawaii, so that's pretty cool. I mean, a driver from Hawaii. He was pretty awesome. My girlfriend ended up getting a shirt since she got a test done. And let's see here. Yes. Race. The shirt says Race to End Hep C, and up here is his signature. And one of the things that he told us is that at one point he was a teammate of Kevin Harvick's. I'm thinking maybe that was in the Xfinity series, maybe. I'll have to do some research on that. But guys, we were there for the let's see where my tickets are. We were there for 3 races, actually. We were there for the Virginia's for Racing Lovers 150. I guess you could say the modified series. And they were 2 drivers of note that we all know that were in the race. One was Ryan Preece, which he ultimately ended up winning the race, and the other one was Ryan Newman. And I was able to get Ryan in the garage area after the race, which was cool. I got him on my ticket. And I was trying to get Ryan Preece, but he did not sign at Victory Lane. We were able to get it back in there. And for the Xfinity race and for the NASCAR race, which I'll talk a little bit more about that later on here. But I wanted to get Ryan Preece on that ticket, especially since he won on September the 10th, 2021. But that was awesome. Ryan Newman, he seemed like he was in a pretty awesome mood after the race there. And I kind of took note that being in the DC Solar Grounds, and we kind of camped out there in the one section there where you could see into the garage area, and I kind of took note, like you could kind of see when maybe there was a driver or a personality, you know, a more popular person was there, which you see more people and like more of a bigger commotion. So I would hurry up and get in there, and that did work out for me with getting Ryan Newman. We also got a picture with Ryan, and I don't know why we didn't get a pic with Will Rogers. We should have, but we didn't. He was pretty cool. And we seen Rusty Wallace, which they did a Richmond Nation reception thing, and did not know that they were going to have anybody there. They did not put anything out, you know, advertising. They just said a Richmond Nation reception. And what Richmond Nation is if you are a season ticket holder, which we first did last year, which our tickets carried over to this year since we didn't get to go last year. But we ended up getting a picture with Rusty, and he was kind of in a hurry because he was going to get interviewed, so didn't really take anything over there in the corner, which we seen a guy come down off the steps, and I'm like, well, I think that's Rusty Wallace. And he was taking a few pictures there with some fans, and me and my friend Brian that we went to the race with, we hurried up and got over there, and just in time. My gosh, the track president, Dennis Brickmeyer, he ended up taking the picture for us, so thank you, Dennis. He's pretty cool. If you guys have ever been to Richmond, you probably know who I'm talking about because he's out and about everywhere, it seems like. But that was awesome. And keeping up with the I was telling you guys about kind of keeping an eye on the garage area there when there's a commotion. And that helped me get this next autograph on my hero card for 2021, the 75th anniversary. Matt DiBenedetto. I seen a couple people that are like running over there, or running down the garage area there. I'm like, well, there must be a driver or somebody there, and it ended up being Matt D. Benedetto. So I hurried up and got over there just in time before he took off and got him on this. So that was cool to get Matty D. And then we got some other autographs here on some hats that we got at the Richmond Nation reception. A couple of these are my first autographs of these guys, which you probably will recognize Jeffrey Earnhardt. This is not a first time autograph with Jeffrey. But guys, it's almost uncanny. Wherever my girlfriend goes in these tracks, she seems to find Jeffrey Earnhardt. I don't know what's going on there. And then Ryan Sieg, which I was happy to get his signature there. I did not have a Ryan Sieg autograph. So, and then Jeremy Clements. We've seen him as well there. And they kind of had an area there where the cars were coming back from being out on the track, coming back through and going into the garage area. And that's where we seen a lot of the drivers and personalities. I got first time getting this guy's autograph too. I should have got a picture with him. I don't know why I didn't. But President of NASCAR, Mike Helton, there on this hat. And also got Kevin Harvick's crew chief. And this was awesome. Get Rodney Childers there on this hat. There in the garage area. Which was sweet to get that. Seen some other people, but they didn't stop to sign. We've seen Joe Gibbs, and he just eludes me for some reason. And I've seen him now. This will be the third time in Victory Lane for Martin Truex Jr., which I didn't expect him to sign this time on account of COVID. But I'll give you an example of, he's kind of, I guess, maybe kind of not, I don't know what you would just say, jumpy or whatever, but especially since COVID's going on and he's an older gentleman. But he was walking through, and he didn't really have like a fenced area. They only had like a, I don't know what you say, like a type banner thing that was draped across, but there was like an open area so you could walk through, go to the bathroom area. And some kid kind of snuck up behind him and was asking for an autograph, and it just shocked Joe. He didn't see that coming, but he did sign for the little boy, but he didn't stop to sign for anybody else, and I wasn't going to, push my luck there. But I did see Joe Gibbs there at that one area, and seen him later on the next day at Victory Lane for Martin Truex Jr., but I'll get to that. I seen a couple other people. Josh Williams there, day of the Xfinity race, seen him come through. Who else did I see? Oh, Richard Childress. He didn't stop and sign. I think there were a couple other guys that I'm not too familiar with that were in the Xfinity race. But that's pretty much that for autographs. I mean, I didn't expect to get that this time around at Richmond, because as strict as they were in the spring, and with COVID still kind of being pretty serious thing here in the fall yet too. I mean, it's not went away by no means, but things are getting back to normal. But we were able to get back into Victory Lane too, guys, and we were there for Noah Gregson's celebration, because it was a double race there on the 11th, on the 20th anniversary of 9/11. And man, it was just surreal to be there. And just, my gosh, before the races started, and they did their little thing before the race, recognizing the 20th anniversary of 9/11. And they had the fire truck down there. They took the fire truck out on the track. Man, it was just, I mean, it was an emotional time. And they gave out little American flags, and right before the race started, everybody was chanting USA, and it was just, man, my gosh, I mean, the goosebumps, it was just awesome. I can't think of any event that I've ever been to where it was just, I mean, just amazing. You just had to be there. But, and we did get into Victory Lane for Noah Gregson's celebration. Didn't get no autographs there at either celebration for him, Ryan Preece or Martin Truex Jr. They kind of, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Gregson and Martin Truex they were willing to sign. They were going to sign, especially Martin Truex Jr. He started over there to the one side where a lot of us fans were standing, and they kind of put the bricks to that, and they had a golf cart there. They were waiting for the celebration to be over with, and they were getting those guys out of there because they don't want any of the drivers, especially the playoff drivers, to end up getting COVID and miss out on a race in the playoffs, which, you know, it makes sense. I understand where they're coming from, and hopefully eventually this thing is going to be to where we don't have to worry about that, but it's still a thing now. But I was able to get another Victory Lane hat, guys. After the celebration, they had left a couple of these hats lay there on the podium type thing where they step up on, and there was a guy there that was cleaning up, and I happened to notice, I think this is how I ended up getting this hat. And I think I told Danny about this, from Danny and Gray's Cards and Toys, and maybe a couple other people, but I noticed his name tag. His last name was Taylor, the guy that was cleaning up, and I was like, I'm gonna try something. So I said, Mr. Taylor, can I have one of them hats? And he was an older gentleman, and he was like, I'm gonna ask and see. And just a little bit over from me, there was two little girls, and they were wanting one too, and there was only three. So he went and asked, and he came back with 3 hats, and he gave the girls each one, and he handed me the last one. So that was pretty awesome to get another one of these, and it has the flag patch there on the side, which is cool to get one of these from the celebration. Victory Lane there. And I did get one in 2019 from Martin Truex's celebration in the fall, his sweep that year at Richmond. I got another one, and I'm thinking about maybe trying to get Noah to sign this one, but guys, it's a black hat unless I got a silver Sharpie or a gold Sharpie or something like that. Maybe I need to borrow one of Corey LaJoy's Sharpies, and because he's really got a nice paint pen that he uses, or maybe even Richard Childress, but I don't know. If I can find something that's going to show up on this dark hat, maybe I'll just keep it like this. But and the last thing that we got, guys, they had a big confetti celebration for Martin Truex there in Victory Lane. I mean, this stuff was just going everywhere, and guys, they didn't really care if you were getting this stuff after the celebration, and they got everybody out there. The floor was just covered. So I ended up with getting this thing here is what I used to carry some of my cards with. So I got this full of confetti, and I got a little sandwich bag here full of confetti. So I still ended up coming back with a little memento from Victory Lane celebration number 3 that we were there for Martin Truex. By gosh, it's like 4 out of the last 5 races we've been to, Martin Truex has won. It's been 3 times at Richmond, 1 time at Martinsville. Alex Bowman won the Richmond race back in the spring, so my gosh. So it was cool to be there again for his celebration, but getting these race win cars are going to, my gosh, is going to break me up. I need Harvick to get to Victory Lane down there and at Richmond. Maybe, hopefully, we got one more chance to see him maybe get a win this year, and that's coming up at the end of the month. We will be down there for Martinsville, and I'm hoping he can break through, and hopefully maybe he'll have a win or 2 under his belt before then. He'll move on to the next round. But guys, Richmond was a blast, and I recommend it to you. If you're thinking about it or you're on the fence about going to Richmond, guys, you got to do it. Especially with things getting better with the pandemic. I know they didn't have the red carpet and the in-person drivers meeting, which I had inquired about it through Facebook, and they told me nope. So I think they probably did that like virtual, I'm thinking. But I think it's going to come back. I think they're going to bring that probably back in the spring. Hopefully. That's where we used to get a lot of autographs. And we pretty much got like, I think it was like over 30 autographs in about a 20-25 minute span. So they would just come down and just sign for everybody that's along the fence. So it was pretty cool. But it was an awesome time. But that's going to do it for this video. I thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.